Welcome to Newsroom. We are back and better than ever. And if you're Mr. Heath, welcome to the first ever episode of Newsroom.
I happened to be here late last night, and I passed Mr. Meehan's office. Funny to note that the door was closed. Of course not, because gentlemen, it is always open.
In recent sports news, the cross-country team lost all hope of ever losing a meet again with the recent push in states by senior Brian Hill.
Enrichment periods have been liked by teachers and students alike, but no one wants to experience a stampede at 8:30 in the morning, freshmen.
The food drive had a rough start, but thanks to a few leading upperclassmen, Hunter Cannellan and Paul Moljensky, they were able to pick up the slack left behind from Mr. Spidell not participating. I guess you can say the force is strong with these two.
It has been unanimously decided that Shane Keenan, All-American goalie for the Colts soccer team, should never come back to teach here, because no one ever passes Shane. He is a god among mere mortals.
Stay tuned for our interview with Mr. Meehan.
Welcome back to our first episode of Newsroom. Joining me today is Dean of Students, Mr. Meehan.
Gentlemen, hello. Happy
Mr.
to be
Meehan,
here.
how's it going? Awesome.
Outstanding.
So you're our first guest on the show.
I am honored, totally honored.
Yeah, awesome. So you're Dean of Discipline here. So at your old school, what did you do? Were you a teacher? What was your role there?
Yeah, so for about 15 years there, I was a teacher, and I also worked with the administration. I was in charge of faculty formation in the Christian Brothers tradition, and I worked with our disciplinarian there to assist him.
In training.
I was in training perhaps, and I taught theology and ethics for years. Yeah.
Awesome. So at that old school, did you have a funny or favorite memory there?
I think my favorite memory there, I announced all the football games. They had a big football team there, and our rival was the Jesuit school Gonzaga.
I hate to break it to you, but we don't have that here. Yeah.
I've learned that. So that was awesome. We used to announce to 7,000 people, and it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. So how about here? Now that you've been here for a while, is there a funny or favorite memory here?
Yeah, no doubt. Actually, coming off soccer season, I know it maybe didn't end the way they wanted, but I think the first playoff game, I think it was a Thursday night, was it the big first one, when they beat Bishop, was it Eustis? It was just seeing the athletic ability of those guys and the Colts crazies. I kept hearing about them, but there had to be 200 guys there. They were hilarious, but at the same time respectful, so that was awesome.
Gotta love it. Gotta love the Colt crazies. Keep showing out. We got basketball season coming up too, so definitely come through with that. Also, so two faith-based schools. Is there any connection between the two? Have you seen any overlap?
Yeah, absolutely. The other school that we were at is also a Christian Brothers school, so they're almost a mirror image of each other. The same values, the challenge to enter to learn, leave to serve. The guys were really committed to service. And from the teacher perspective, there was the educator perspective, there was a challenge to touch the hearts of the students, not just the minds.
Awesome. So you're Dean of Discipline, right?
Yes.
And there are kids out on your bench every day.
Yes.
Do you relate to these kids at all? Have you gotten in trouble? What is the most trouble you yourself have gotten into?
So I did go to a military high school, Xavier in the city, run by the Jesuits. They're also quite strict. I got in trouble once in a while, to be honest. I was often too scared to. So the worst thing that ever happened to me was my senior year, like a month before the end. We played basketball during a free period that we weren't supposed to. I got 3 detentions on that Friday. They called them JUG, Justice Under God. And the dean of students told me he hadn't seen me in all those years, so he actually ripped them up and threw them out. Don't expect me to do that, but he was very nice to do it.
All right. So you mentioned some time spent when you were younger and attending school. So did you play any sports there?
Yeah, I played baseball all the way into the beginning of high school. Baseball was my favorite sport, my best sport. I was not a catcher, which many people assume I was for obvious reasons, but I was a first baseman and I loved it.
Awesome. Last question here. So you talked about some sports. You're a big Giants and Notre Dame fan.
Huge.
So
unfortunately this year.
Yeah. So would you like to comment on the season, give your own take about it?
Sure. The Giants for years forgot that the offensive line is the first part of a winning team, so they got to blow that up. They have to change, I think, the coach. I think the general manager needs to move on. Yeah. And when it comes to Notre Dame, I was devastated. I'm a huge Notre Dame fan with that last game.
The turnover chain got to us.
Seriously, they were not used to that stage at Miami.
All right. Well, that's going to conclude our interview today. Mr. Meehan, I'd like to thank you.
God bless. Thank you.
See us next time. Stay tuned.
Can I catch you for a second? Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Turkey or stuffing?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving or Christmas? Christmas, far and away.
Turkey or stuffing?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Favorite holiday? Thanksgiving.
Turkey or stuffing?
Stuffing.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas.
Turkey or stuffing?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Easter.
Turkey or stuffing?
Mashed potatoes.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas.
Turkey or stuffing?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Turkey or stuffing?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving or Christmas? Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Turkey or stuffing?
Stuffing.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas.
Turkey or stuffing?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas.
Turkey or stuffing?
Turkey.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas.
Christmas, 100%.
Turkey or stuffing?
Stuffing.
Stuffing.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you, Paddy, for your great segment. We're going to play a quick game with Mr. Meehan now called Two Truths and a Lie. You may know it. The rules are that each player thinks of two things that are true and one that is a lie, and the other player has to try and guess which one is a lie. So, Mr. Meehan, you can go first. I'll be guessing. I know, as Dean of Discipline, you may not want to be the one lying here, but
That's fine. All
I'm
right.
going to call you out on it.
All right. So I have traveled extensively in Africa. I have 2 siblings, and I've driven 8,000 miles cross country.
Okay. I feel like you may have done some traveling, and I don't know. You seem like you could be a road trip kind of guy. So I'm gonna go with the sibling one. I'm gonna go with the siblings.
That's false?
Yes.
You are correct. I'm an only child.
Locked it in.
Very nice.
Okay, now it's my turn. So let's start right off the bat. I'm an avid fan of The Bachelor.
Okay.
Let's see. In middle school, I played Prince Charming in a play, and I have had multiple barrel duties here at CBA.
That's a tough one. That was really good. I'm going to say the falsity is you're an avid fan of The Bachelor.
That is actually true.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us. Mr. Meehan, great time having you here today. Join us next time when we have Mr. Bazaz, John Askin, and Shane Keenan.